Hey traders, Parker here with another indicator. Today I'm going to introduce you to the buying and selling volume average, and that's basically what you're seeing right here. It's basically a visual representation of what you have in my labels. As you can see right here, this average is the same as this average, and this is a visual representation of it. And I also put in a what you can go to right here. It's called a price channel, but I made it a channel for my the actual indicator to show the average of the buying and selling, that were the highest of the highest average buying and the highest average selling of the actual indicator. So this is the price channel. If you unfamiliar with it, it's a regular indicator on Thinkorswim. I have it set for 20, but if you know me, I usually change everything to an hourly basis. So 12 bars on a 5-minute gives you an hour. And it just takes a second because I have a couple other things open on the window. But this regular indicator that you're seeing is that daily, the last indicator, day, week, high, month, and pre-market indicator. I'm going to take that off because I'm trying to highlight this price channel, and that's basically what I put down here. And that's what you're seeing in the green area. That's what you're seeing in the red area. And that's what it's basically working off. This yellow line represents your buying and selling, or really buying volume minus your selling volume. And now I'm going to hide the actual volume and the labels. Or I can actually need to leave the volume on there to better explain it. So I'll just get rid of the labels like that. And what the indicator does is basically it takes buying volume minus selling volume, and then it adds each average up, and it gives you the average of bar average of buying and selling. This label will change color, whether it's green or blue. Whether it's a negative where there's been more selling than buying, this label be red. Excuse me. This label will be red. And if it was more so, then if it's more buying, then this label will be green. And basically what it does is add the 6. Right now I have it set at 12. So it's adding those 12 bars together and averaging them out. It's basically taking the, if you're familiar with the buying and selling pressure indicator, it basically takes the high minus the close and divided by the high divided by the low times the volume. That gives you selling on a candle. And it takes the close minus the low divided by the high and low times volume, and that gives you buying on the candle. So, and what I've done was take an average of that and divided by actual volume average, and that's what gives you what you're seeing here right here. And from there, it subtracts buying volume from selling volume and gives you this average. But like I said, I added this channel in, and the midpoint of the channel is just a 50% between the highest moment of the actual yellow line and the lowest moments of the actual yellow line for those 12 bars. Like I said before, I have it set on 12, and that gives you 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes. It gives you an hour worth of buying and selling, and and right now it's been 33% more buying than selling, and this is actually breached above the previous high of the yellow line of the average. So I'm gonna go to the S&P 500. And you can see the same thing over here. Excuse me. You can see how all this, even though the S&P 500 jumped up, it got above the zero line, but it couldn't sustain it in this area, and it actually sold right back off. So you got to cross right back below in the zero. And right here, you have your line crossed back above the 50 between the highest and lowest point of this yellow line. on average of 12. And right now it's crossing above the actual previous high, and it's making a new high in regards to buying and selling volume. It's not a perfect indicator, as you can see, when it doesn't really work in the pre-market or after hours. I'm going to say pre-market really doesn't work. So it's not a perfect indicator, but it's one of the ones that I'm working on, and it's one of the ones, but you can get it here today if you want it. Just look in the link in the description and you can get this indicator. And like I said before, it's taking the buying volume minus selling volume of those 12 bars, and it's adding it to the previous session 12 bars. And that's where it's getting this buying and selling. And we can actually take it on a higher day. We can put it on a year. And right now it has that MTF, the multi-time frame automatic length already built into this as well. You can see right here when buying volume on the SPY breached above 0 on this day, it gave you a potential buying opportunity, but you want to pair it with another indicator to give you a more precise take entry point. And as you can see right now on a 20, I believe I have it set for 21 days. On 21 day, no, I have it set on 5-day average, I believe. On the daily, yeah, it's set to 21. So on a 21-day average, it's been 7% more selling than buying. But there has been some buying in the SPY, especially over in this area when volume took a turning point or pivoted and started going up. Buying volume actually pivoted for those 21 bars and actually started going up. You can see it breached above 0, but it couldn't sustain it. And right now it took a dip, but it's still hovering in this nice area, about to cross back above the 50 point of the buy sell volume channel. It could potentially come back above 0. So it works on all time frames. The one thing that you're not gonna get is this multi-time frame point that's in this indicator. I'm not gonna put that in there because it's not perfect. But you can see how this has worked over time. And you can look right here. It breached above 0. And let me make that 0 line more pronounced by just changing it. Let's see, where is it? Right here. You just make that 0 line more pronounced. And I'm just going to change it to that and make it a little bigger. So there's your 0 line, and you can see when it breached above 0, I'm not telling you that, hey, that's a signal to buy, but it's giving you a signal to, hey, buying volume has increased above selling volume, and it's a potential buy-in right here. And you can see right there, it breached above the actual previous channel as well right here, created a new high, came back down for a little bit, and then breached back above. And this basically how this indicator works. You can put on whatever time, whatever length that you want to put it on. And for me, like I said before, I use 21 days or 20 days because that's a month. You look at it because the stock market is closed on the weekends and you have holidays throughout the month. So I look at it on an average of 20 days or 21 days. We can go to another stock like Tesla. Excuse me. It gave you a signal back here, and it briefly breached back below 0, but it didn't really go down and didn't create a new low in selling volume. It actually gave you a good opportunity here where buying volume surpassed selling volume, and it actually came up here, and you could have taken it out or gotten short right here when it breached below 50. But you also, like I said before, you want to pair it with another indicator to help you out. And you can see right here, Tesla just started just selling off, but you got your pivot right here where it came in, but that wasn't sustainable. But it then created a new low in selling volume, and over here created a new high, new high in buying volume, and it's not creating a new low, but it's not above zero either. So, and this indicator is basically the buying selling average channel volume. And like I said before, the link to the indicator be in the description, so just check it out. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day and be safe out there. God bless.